Hi, this is Linda with Traveling Flamingo, and today we're going to take a good look at the Key program on Royal Caribbean to decide if it is worth the added cost or not. This past March break, we were sailing on the Odyssey of the Seas and decided to purchase the Key program to give it a try. We're going to tell you what it is, do the perks have value, and the cost. All that and more coming right up. So let's get started with what is the Key program. It is an additional cost that anyone can purchase for their cruise that offers some special perks. The idea is to offer some VIP treatment without paying for suites. And I don't mean the candy, I mean suite prices. You can purchase the Key before sailing using the Royal Caribbean Cruise Planner website. They do sell out, so keep that in mind. There are quite a few perks that come with purchasing the program. The perks include getting early access to the cruise terminal. Your carry-on luggage can be hand-delivered to your stateroom. You just need to drop it off to the main dining room by 3 p.m. This works great with the next perk is that you also have a private welcome lunch only for Key members in the main dining room, which will serve items from the Chops Grill menu, which is the specialty steakhouse on board. If you want to participate in the lunch, Royal Caribbean suggests that you arrive to the terminal no later than 11:30, as the lunch is only served from 12 to 1:30. You also get private times on board for activities like rock climbing, flow rider, iFly, bumper cars, North Star, all those fun Royal Caribbean things. There is priority departure times at tender ports. There's priority access to shows, but you still do need a reservation, as well as VIP seating in the theaters like 270 and the Aqua Theater. It includes high-speed internet for one device, and there's some discussion as to whether or not room service is included, but on our sailing, breakfast was included for everyone, and the Key didn't get any extra room service access on top of that. So those are the perks, so let's take a look at actually how they play out and if it really is a perk and has some value to it. The priority terminal access was something we were really interested in. This means that you get to board the ship early. When we arrived at the terminal, there was an area for VIP suite guests and an area for the Key. No one asked if we had the Key, so every time we were checking in, we just kept saying, "We have the Key, where do we go? We have the Key, where do we go?" Because we really didn't want to be put in the wrong waiting area. We really did appreciate getting on early and being able to explore the ship, as well as checking out those kids' areas and the spa. Now, because we were getting on so early, some of them were not open yet, but that's okay because we were able to eat lunch and go afterwards. Thinking of lunch, that is a nice perk. After all the hustle and bustle of traveling and getting to the cruise terminal and on the cruise ship, it was nice to sit down for a table service meal and just relax. It's a special menu that highlights some of the items that you can get at Chops Grill. I wasn't blown away by the meal. It was not quite equal to being at the specialty restaurants, but it was a really nice, relaxing way to start our trip and better than being at the busy buffet. If you want to see Chops Grill, what it's like, or any of the other specialty restaurants, make sure you check out our channel. We've got a bunch of dining reviews as well. The carry-on being taken to your room was a perk. At first, I didn't plan on taking advantage of it, but once we were on board, we did decide to consolidate our bags and left a bag with them so we didn't have to lug it around with us. They actually put it inside the door for us, which is nice. However, if this was an individual add-on cost, I wouldn't actually bother to pay for it. I would just carry my bag around with me. The next perk, having access to the onboard activities, is an area I really wanted to take advantage of. Some of the activities, like the flow rider, I had done before, but they can have long lines, and others cost money to participate in, like the iFly. So I wanted to take advantage of the free times during the private Key access. Keep in mind, there is usually only one time slot for each activity per sailing, so you really want to make sure that you know those times if you want to take advantage of them. They are usually on sea days, which I was happy with, so I wasn't missing any of the time at port, or it didn't conflict with excursions. There actually weren't all that many families participating in this. I think we saw the same few families over and over again. Our schedules just lined up, and it wasn't bad because we got to know each other as well, which was a lot of fun. It's great if you have kids or people like me who do plan on trying all these activities, as they are included. The private seating at the shows was another perk that didn't seem all that much like a perk for us. You still need to have a reservation for the show. We always showed up more than 10 minutes ahead of time and were able to find a seat. Our cruise was pretty full. We also didn't see always the signs for where key guests were supposed to go, and we'd already found a seat and then the seating was somewhere else. So for us, that wasn't a great perk, but I do know a lot of people who find that reserved seating really advantageous. So just decide if that's going to work for you. Having an internet package for some people is a priority while sailing, while other people like to disconnect from home. We did enjoy having the internet so we could stay connected, and I did enjoy playing my fun little games. Also, if you're getting the internet package, it can cost about half of the key program anyway. The internet package can cost anywhere between $11 to $16. So if you're planning on purchasing internet and you're interested in any of the other perks, it may be worth it. So let's break down the cost of the key program. The price of the key can depend on the cruise ship, and it generally starts at around $24.99 US per guest per day. If you have a lot of people in your travel party, the price can definitely add up quickly. If you do plan on purchasing the internet, it's not that much more per day to get the value of the key, and if you're taking advantage of the other perks like the welcome day lunch or the exclusive activity time, it may be worth it. A few things to keep in mind is that everybody in your group who's older than 6 years old does need to purchase it. So you can't just get it for one person. And it's also non-refundable, so make sure everybody in your group does want it. I would keep an eye out because there can be some sales on the key program. We had a friend who got it for $20 a day, and they always buy the internet, so it was really worth it for them. There are a few cases where the key program won't be worth it. If you're staying in a suite, there's already a lot of VIP perks, and many of them are the same as the key, so it's not really worth it. If you're traveling at a time that doesn't allow you to take advantage of those sail away perks, so like going to the early lunch, getting on the ship early, it may not be worth it. You do really need to be taking advantage of at least 3 of these perks to make it worth the cost. If you're traveling during off-peak times, you may also not need it because the shows and other activities won't be as busy, so you don't need those reserved times and special times for activities. Also, if you're not going to use the Wi-Fi because you want to unplug, it may not be worth the additional charge, and you can pay for some of these activities and experience individually, so that may be the better option for you. So overall, if the key program is worth it for you, comes down to a couple of things: budget and if you want to use these benefits. For us, traveling as a party of 2, it was worth it. Now, as some as you know, I'm pretty cheap, so I definitely took a picture of the list of activities and made sure I went to every single one. Aaron really wanted to take part in the early boarding, which we did, and really enjoyed how relaxing the welcome lunch was in the main dining room. You don't need to purchase the key to have a great experience and cruise with Royal Caribbean, but it can make some things a little bit easier. Have you ever purchased the key before? Do you think it's worth the extra cost? What's your favorite activity on a Royal Caribbean ship? We love hearing your ideas and opinions, so let us know in the comments below. Also, if you're looking for some fun cruising shirts, we have a few new ones in our store. Aaron's favorite is the Life is Good shirt. Remember, memories are forever, so make them fabulous. Thanks again for watching, and happy travels.